What's up, guys? So the openSUSE Foundation has gifted me a Raspberry Pi. Started to open the box. My daughter said, "You're doing it wrong, man." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "You got to do the unboxing." I was like, "You're right." So, Raspberry Pi 5 from the openSUSE Foundation. It was a gift, and inside is gift stuff. So we're going to check it out. They also sent me the debug probe. I'll explain more about that in just a few minutes. Right now we're going to do the unboxing. I've already cut it open, so I'm holding it shut. This is how it came. No, this is how it came. So, your gift a surprise. Keep your gift a surprise. Inside is a nice little gift wrap. Let's take that out. Empty box. Alright, nice little gift wrap from the Amazon. Let's get into it. Pull the little rip cord, should unlock it. Nice little Amazon bag. One of the girls will probably want that. Set that to the side and the gift wrap. And there is the box. How do I get into the box? Right here. Get a little zip back little paper tape. Boom. There it is. What do we have here? That would be the video wire. HDMI it looks like. And another one, a mini HDMI to HDMI. Memory stick. 128 gig. Micro SD to USB. Raspberry Pi 5, 8 gig of RAM. Case, multi-use case. Let's go ahead and break that open. It's so small. This is so much smaller than I thought it was going to be. This is my first Pi, by the way. Look at that. That is so small. I've got paint on my fingers. Sweet. Power plug. Some kind of connection cable. Tiny little connection cable. Carrying bag, neat. Quick start guide. It's going to show me how to put it together because I have no idea. Wow. Outstanding. So there is my unboxing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run it with the Pi software. I'm going to see what the Pi software gives me in comparison to the openSUSE Pi builds. So there you have it. This debug probe is currently necessary on the openSUSE builds. It is a bug. They know it's a bug. They're working on fixing it. You'll get a black screen when you boot if you don't have that connected. And there it is. So this is the website that for openSUSE to get your information for the Pi 5 and Tumbleweed. I will include this link in the description below. This is where you get your information, technical data, Raspberry Pi EEPROM. For the software that I'm going to use, you use Zipper in RPI Imager. Pretty easy. Here's your links for downloading. Of course, I clicked on the KDE. There's also GNOME, LXQT. I clicked on the KDE image. I'm not going to let this continue to download because I already have it. Hit the X, and then we'll go. This is how you write it in the terminal to the little SD card. With this RPI Imager, you also get this, which if you don't want to use the terminal, I'm no longer allowed to use the terminal to write to disk because I've messed it up too many times. So I like the GUI. Choose device, Raspberry 5. Choose OS. Scroll to the bottom and scroll to the bottom and use custom. And my KDE Tumbleweed ARM is right here. It is a raw.xz. Don't unzip that. It doesn't need to be. You just use it just like it is. Click that. Choose storage. It is that device right there. I'm going to hit next. In edit settings, you do have all of this, which is really neat for sure. And it doesn't work. So yeah, there is that. So would you like to apply OS customization settings? Just go ahead and hit no. It will be erased. Are you sure? Yes. Password and go. So this is continuing to write. While this is writing, and it's actually pretty quick. While that's continuing to write, let's go over known issues. Micro SD card is currently the only bootable device. It will not boot from the USB. No support for I2S, ADC, tachometer, I2C. That might be L2S. Or SPI. 3D acceleration still not fully supported, and you feel it for sure. It's not terrible, but it is a little laggy, a little sluggish. Be great whenever they get that working fully. No USB support in U-boot and grub. No network support in U-boot and grub. This one's awesome. KDE image has graphic problems. Better stick with GNOME for now. I definitely appreciate the warning, the suggestion. No thanks. And you can see right here, stuck in U-boot splash screen if debug device is not connected. Workaround, connect debug probe. This has been crossed out and is no longer needed. So the debug device is no longer needed. Also, the first time you run it, default user is root and Linux is the password without the interactive first boot wizard. I don't think GNOME has that yet either, but I know I think GNOME has it and they just haven't implemented it yet. And KDE is working on it and then they will implement it. Maybe they're waiting for that to implement it on both of them. But they will have an interactive first boot wizard coming eventually so that the first time you boot, you get the little, who are you? Here's your Wi-Fi. Do you want to connect? What's your location? All that good, beautiful stuff. Let's see if we're done yet. It's usually pretty quick. It's almost done writing. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, let it get done, and then we're going to go. Actually, I'm going to stop the recording right here. The only thing left on this is to verify, which again takes a minute or two once it's done writing. And then I'm going to start my other camera up on the Pi screen, and we're going to take a look at that first boot from Tumbleweed KDE on a Pi. Okay, so we're going to do first boot from the newly printed image. So in here, I don't have any keyboard control. That took considerably longer than I thought it would. Okay, so this is actually a wireless keyboard, so I'm going to put it in my lap. And username is root, password is Linux. That will get us into our first boot. You can install stuff root, and this is running root, obviously. So first thing you should do, one of the first things you should do is create a user account that isn't root. Okay, so you can see time zone's not set, Wi-Fi is not connected. First thing we do is go in here and set the time zone. American New York. That's got that one cleared away. Now we can connect to internet. I usually do classic blowfish, no password. Just so much easier to deal with. And here's the funny thing. And I'm not saying funny as in haha. Just kind of interesting. This Wi-Fi will not connect. It just won't. The interesting part is I'm going to reboot. I think I'm pretty sure this is a bug, and I'm going to ask somebody. Again, I have no keyboard control, and I don't know, that might be a bug too. That might be, and I have this keyboard wired and there's no control there either. So I'm not sure what that is. So if you need to boot from a snapshot, you're not going to be able to move it to the snapshot. So I'm pretty sure that's a bug too. I'll see what I can find out. This is first video, and we'll find out. So I get logged in. And again, we're rebooting, just in case you forgot, which I probably did and just remembered it. We're booting because it wouldn't connect to the Wi-Fi. So reboot. Now the Wi-Fi is asking to authenticate. This isn't the normal looking Wi-Fi. Or, yeah, Wi-Fi authenticator. So now we'll authenticate again after the boot. And there it is. Wi-Fi activated. Now, the next, from here on out, when I reboot, it just connects. And I'm not sure what that is. Some kind of a key ring issue. Don't know. I will ask about that as well. All right. So we are up and running. We are still running as root. Keep that in mind. You do have access to YAST. So those that are comfortable using YAST, there it is. On the graphics side, or on the KDE side, we're pretty limited. We do not have Dolphin. We do not have Discover. We do not have the snapshot, the screenshot. What is that called? Spectacle. We don't have Spectacle. So, yeah, and here's the thing. I'm going to show you this. If we log into... where you at? Is Merlin on here? Merlin's not on here either. Okay, that's fine. If we go into Okay, so let's go into Yes. There's a couple things I want to show you just real quick. One of them is under software management, and I was thinking Merlin was installed. I thought the last time I run this, Merlin was in there, but this'll do the same thing. That's fine. So if we go into Yes software management, which is more or less the same thing as Merlin, I'll show you the patterns, the KDE patterns. We've got KDE base installed, but not the full KDE, which you can install the full KDE, but I will tell you it also installs Bailu and some of those other things that tend to lag stuff. Okay, so if we go view and patterns, so KDE Plasma Base right here, KDE Plasma Base is installed, KDE Applications and Plasma Desktop is not. And if we click that, there's a lot. There's a lot. Arc, KCalc, KDE, Office Patterns, Scanlight. You know, I don't remember where I saw that, but it was also downloading other stuff. Where is that? It's got to be under that one. I can't expand it, but I'm going to uncheck that. I don't want all that. The only thing I really want is Dolphin. We'll go ahead and get Discover. We'll click that and then Discover. Let's go ahead and get Discover. Oh, yeah, okay, Discover 6. That's the one we need. It is Discover 6, and that will give you a Flatpak backend. And Flatpak is also not installed. The ability, so that'll give us the Flatpak, I think. And then the other one I want a snapshot. So let's go ahead and get, what did I say it was? I said it a minute ago. Spectacle. Screen capture. And KDE Connect -KDE. And we're going to get those things and we'll go accept. It's still going to download a lot. Oh, it's going to download a lot. So I'm not going to subject you to all of this. We'll let this run, and then on the other side of this stuff downloading and installing, we will, I'll show you how to make a user account. Okay, so that installed 112 packages. Took almost 9 minutes. I'm cutting a lot of that out for you. That's a lot. Okay, let's go back. Oh, I didn't mean to close that out. I'm going to show you how to create a user account right here in YAST Users and Group Management. Okay, right here, add. I'm going to add. Details, yes, thank you. Details, I need to be, what do I need to be? I really don't know. Users. So my other computer just says Buzz, which is not showing up here. And users, which I clicked. So that should be it. And somewhere it should give me the option. Oh, you know what? What about wheel? Everybody says you need to be added to wheel, but I didn't see a wheel. So I don't know. We're going to try this. Hit OK. The last thing I'm going to do while I'm still in root access is update sudo zipper dup. And then hit yes, and again, I'm not going to subject you to this whole thing, so. Alright, update is done. We have created a user account. I think we're ready for a reboot. It did boot into my username. Let's see what we get. Ah, sweet. We are in. I have no internet connection. Let's see if I have to relog out to get that to work. But we have a nice little welcome screen. Basics, README, documentation, get software, contribute, build, openSUSE, help by donation. Oh, that's neat. I bet I can't click on it because I don't have Wi-Fi. I am going to have to reboot. That's got to be a bug. I will be submitting that bug. This keyboard is wired and I don't have the ability to use it either. That's got to be a bug too, and I have no idea what to file that bug report against. And again, it's telling me to give it the Wi-Fi password again, but the Wi-Fi password dialog, that's interesting. And it looks like it's a KDE thing. KDED. That is interesting. Yep, that is interesting. All right. So now we have connection. Let's see if we can bring up yes with our newly created user. Oh, look there, Merlin's installed now. That must have been from an update. When I did the dup, I bet it pulled it in. That makes sense. Okay, so the user I created does not have root access. So that means that the original root access with Linux, with the password being Linux, is still there, still accessible. So change that root user password to something not Linux, because everybody on the internet's going to know that your root password is Linux. So be sure to change that. But I am done with this video for now. I'm at the point to where I'm gonna keep KDE on here and play around with it, just figure out what I can do and what I can build. My long-term goal is I want to build a police scanner with an antenna and speakers, and not police scanner from internet sources, but the actual local utility police scanner. And I know I've already searched it. I know there's software there for it, but that's going to be a that's a long-term goal. Nothing I'm going to do anytime soon. The next Raspberry Pi Tumbleweed video that I do, I will show you this Raspberry Pi 5 running GNOME with Tumbleweed, just so you can see the difference on it. Just give it a comparison. A lot of people like GNOME, I get that. So I want to be fair and do a comparison on it, kind of give it a, another look. But other than that, this is running pretty darn good. I'm happy with it. We don't have, obviously we don't have accelerated graphics. A little disappointing, but they said it's coming. They're working on it. So soon, I hope. And I don't have audio because I don't have any audio device plugged into the device. So there is no audio to be had. And once I get if I decide to, which if I'm going to do that police scanner, I'm going to need audio, but obviously, so I will get an audio device that has a USB port connection. But anyway, that is all for this video, and I thank you so much for watching, as always. Till next time, see you.